Hey buddy, this is Furniture and we're on Redshire. I'm teamed up with Danaman71 and with Viper. He's in this M7 Priest. Not the best idea, but he's an arty. I'm in my Jumbo and Danaman is in his M6. Again, no expectations. Usually when I platoon up, it doesn't end out that great. But this one, you'll be surprised to see what happens. Again, the lineup, T150 is the only one I'm actually worried about. Everybody else, not that great. If the BDR G1 has a 90mm, I should be worried about him. Everyone else, not really worried about.
Move out.
The Jumbo, maybe because he's just like me, and he can pin me in the right situations. I'm chatting with some of the other guys. I just love this Jumbo. I have the T29. I also have the M4. I love both tanks to death due to the fact that they are, if you run them right, they are huge money makers. Right now, I am, up with the M6, top tier. I have to protect everybody going to the cap. My theory is, you kill everybody before you get to the cap. You have a couple scouts, maybe one medium there, just to make sure nobody goes to the cap, or just knock them out, and then just clear them out with the heavies. Right now, I don't want to get the first one gunned down. So I'm letting some others go through, or at least scout them, since several other tanks have can detect the tanks before I can. Now, several other guys are talking about a Church 7 in chat, and I'm like, I hit the Church 7. The Church 7 is bad. It's good in city maps, but it's just bad overall. So I'm up on the hill. I really don't want to get shot. And then I see there's a Jumbo.
Penetration.
And he's not doing anything, so I'm doing some really good hits here. Then I see a tree knockover, and it is the Churchill. Now he sees, I got a bounce, he's angled himself. I do take a hit, I do another hit on him, and I aim at the Churchill.
Enemy armor is damaged.
And if you notice, I have another tank on that side. Danaman's coming, is across, and Viper's at the river. Aiming, trying to see if I can get a shot at this Churchill. I got a whole bunch of guys right in front of me, and I'm like, oh shoot, I got no support. Churchill's coming up.
Penetration.
Yeah, and it was like, shoot. Nobody is here. Oh, sorry, it's not a Churchill. It's the Excelsior, excuse me.
We can only shoot close targets.
I take some pretty good hits. They knock out my observer. It's not a huge deal.
They killed our driver. We're covering his position, but not very well.
Knocked off.
The periscope is fixed, but it's still fragile.
Shot bounce there.
Took a hit.
Take some more hits.
Close targets.
I'm just backing away here. Now we get the Churchill. Take a random shot there. I go back in.
The periscope is fixed, but it's still fragile.
Now, this Churchill suddenly has a wanting to kill Viper. And over chat, because we're chatting on the World of Tanks chat box. And I'm like, oh shoot, I can't have him killed. Yeah, he's a M7 Priest. He shoots, and I'm going after him like crazy. And this gets kind of funny. He goes out in the middle of nowhere just to shoot him. And we're losing right now, 5-8. Now he rotates his gun around.
Penetration.
And his shots are just bouncing off my front.
Enemy armor is damaged. Penetration.
And then a shot from 1081. who is an SU-100, but you know, I could have taken him on. At this point, I want to go to the cap. Because now we're even. Churchill says I killed his engine, and that's why he didn't move. SU-100's asking for help. And I'm headed for the cap. Then I see this guy. A M4, and I'm like, okay, you're an M4, I can kill you. I mean, derp gun, I have to be careful he doesn't track me. But other than that, I can kill him. Then we got the M44 and Medwack, who's an AMX-40. Not really worried about any of them. And then Henry T-40's there.
We didn't penetrate their armor.
Now the M4's been known to bounce a couple shots, but all his shots are just bouncing off mine. I think he's running, if I can zoom in, I think he's running the same gun I am. I don't think he's running a derp. Or the flip.
Enemy armor is hit.
The Electro's bouncing shots. I'm bouncing. He's
Enemy armor is damaged.
killed. He's running a derp, and I kill him, and then Gelso disappears. All we got is a Dogamon of Dan. And I'm wondering where he is. And he's right there. Now this guy's a tank destroyer. And I want him. I seriously want to take this guy on. And I seriously want to kill him. But I don't want to die. He is a tank destroyer. A German tank destroyer. And they got really good guns. So I'm waiting. I don't want to show myself. And it was like, okay, where is he? See, there's a tank behind him. A Churchill 3, and I want to scare him. Now, he's in the riverbed, which is like the stupidest thing to do when you got a nearby tank. I take a shot. He turns around, already misses. And I'm like, oh shoot, I could die.
Enemy armor is damaged. Track hit.
I take a shot, and then I kill him. So that was really crazy. It was, however, a really good game. I believe that game earned me somewhere around in this as a couple, I think just over 1,000 credits. I'll post the game stuff later. But that was a really good game with the Jumbo. The SU-100 came out on top though, with 4 kills. But I did a bunch of damage. And the only one of my team who survived. Still, however, a very good game overall. Hey everybody, and we're on Sand River again with the M6 Jumbo and the M7 Priest. I love desert maps. Texas City maps, desert maps are my favorite due to the hills can protect you from getting shot, especially if you have a low tank. Like I'm about to get the ELZ AMX, and I would love to use them in this. At this point, I am taunting the Hummel. We're making jokes about him on the chat. No offense, Vaughn21, but I've had some really bad games with Hummels. There was this game before this when a Hummel teammate decided to shoot me. And I was just in the mood to take out a bunch of Hummels. It's the same thing when I'm in the mood to take out a whole bunch of KVs because I'm on my Jumbo. They can't hurt me. So I am not exactly searching for the Hummel, but if he shows up, I will I will take Hummel revenge. So I'm going kind of straight through, which is not something you really want to do, especially with this wide open path right in front of you. Some guys were talking on chat, and it was funny. And then we got a missed shot. We got a whole bunch of tanks right here. we ran for, which is, you know, good. But if you get cut off, then you're on your own. So I got plenty of tanks right here. Not really worried about anything. Saw another tank right over here. The Panzer 3-4. And then we get some tanks showing themselves. Take a huge... just do a lot of damage to that guy. That was a miss. I, like, last half of my life, due to stuff like that, I was in Detroit. You got shot on the side. I still do a huge amount of damage to him.
Get going.
Got my track up. And then he's dead. So I'm like, okay, what do I want to do next? Okay, well the tank got in front of me, killed the KV. We got shot at. So like, okay, there must be somebody there. Artie is shooting. So I'm like, they must be close by. We got a KV. I missed that shot. Gotta go back and reload.
We didn't penetrate
Hit
their
on the
armor.
run, didn't expect that to even hit him. But I know a KV's there, I know a tank is across the ridge, you probably see me. Artie is trying to take shots at me. Or somebody is. Yeah, KV1, he's kind of worried about his position. I had tanks all around me, so I'm not too worried. Got a KV. Missed that shot. On the move still.
Enemy is hit.
I hit him. Somebody's shooting at me, and that just stinged off. The thing about the jumbos is that their whole front armor is just so impenetrable for the most part. Bounce shots from below. That was amazing. We've got Scott C and M37. And I still want to shoot. I still want to take on this guy. I come
Enemy
in
armor is destroyed.
and I kind of steal the kill. And then I'm like, he's too far away. Go over this ridge with the KV and these other tanks, and I think it's a T-49. Yeah. And there's also a VK-30 up there. Got some weird turrets. So at this point, I'm just trudging along. Got one kill, a couple damages, couple hits, and I'm good to go. And then I see these guys. And I'm just making head straight for them because I know the Hummel has got to be here somewhere. He's still alive, and I want to shoot him. So, you know, at this point, I'm kind of reckless, and I'm just going across. You know, there could be a tank right over the next ridge with their gun loaded right at me. You got T1 Heavy, you got Panzer 4. I'm not even going to pronounce it. Flak Bus. You got Hellcat, KV1, T-25, all still very dangerous tanks. And then we get Kucha, T1 Heavy.
Penetration.
And I hit him. I'm reloading. And that's when I see Hummel.
Penetration.
He makes a shot for me, misses.
Enemy armor is damaged.
And then he makes a run for it. I don't get the kill though. T-49 did a little steal killing. I still knocked him out a whole bunch. And we get to T1 Heavy.
Enemy is hit.
He's bouncing shells. I mean, I could bounce shells all day. Goes for my track.
That one didn't go through.
T1 Heavy's front is good. Aiming for a sight though. He's dead. And so I'm going after the T-25.
Truck prepared. Drive on.
making wild shots there. I don't want to get too close just in case the KV-1 or the Hellcat's right in front of them. But I know KV-1's away, so I'm like, okay, I can take some shots at this guy. I think Artie does some damage.
Enemy is hit.
At this point, he's mine.
Enemy armor is damaged. Got him.
And that's my second kill. And we get the KV-1 and the Hellcat, which are on the other side. And I'm like, we're on this side. And I'm like, ooh, I so want to get a shot.
Enemy is hit.
I get a hit, and I'm reloading. Miss. Decide to move up, and I want this kill. And that would have hit him, but I didn't get it. It was a good game, though. So, again, guys, I hope you understand the Jumbo is not a bad tank. The M4 is not a bad tank. No, they are very, very hard tanks. And used right, they will surprise you, as they did me several times. T-29s, when they take a different turn, and you have to upgrade to get all your good guns, but T1 Heavy, well, actually the Jumbo, sorry, dirt moment there, the T1 Heavy, I did it again, the Jumbo will do a whole lot of damage, and will take huge amounts of damage, so it's a keeper. It's also a huge money maker. So, hope you guys enjoyed this episode of tanks with the Jumbo. See you guys later in the next episode. Hey buddies, it's 4Star and we're back with World of Tanks on the map of Insk with my LTP. Now, this was a map I was doing earlier this week and it was just so funny. Everybody was just going right after me for some stupid reason, and I want to show you guys. Now, I'm on the city side, and I always love going toward the right side, a little more open field, a little more areas where I can control, even though I do like occasionally going into the city. On the enemy side, we have a T-82 on both sides, my side and the enemy side, leading, and sometimes that's not so good.
Move out.
Again, I'm more toward the top. The LTP is, as you look, if you look at my LTP video, you notice that the LTP is an okay tank. It doesn't have the toughest armor, it doesn't have the best gun, but it is actually able to penetrate stuff. Other than the T7 car, which is not my favorite car, but we're with the LTP. So we have enemies lighting up, scouting. I'm headed over here. We have a Birch? No, a Lloyd GC. Who's just moving around. I think he wants to control a certain area, which is nice, but he's not a tank destroyer, he's an arty. So at this point, I am looking at some two tanks that are moving through. And I am, at this point,
Enemy armor is hit.
trying to kill some tanks. Took a shot at one, did some damage, aiming at another one. I missed him. He takes out an arty. I get shot at. Somebody's shooting at me. Somebody from behind me. He misses multiple times. I miss again. But the LTV has such a fast reload rate that it is actually really good. And if it had a little bit higher damage rate on its gun, it'd be awesome. Then I noticed that the PZ-3A is coming around the corner, and This is one of the first tanks where he's actually stuck on me. I mean, he literally, I lose contact of him until a little bit later, right now. And he tries to kill me.
Penetration.
So I pin him. His front armor is really, really tough. But I'm hitting him. There we go. There's I hit him. Another guy hit him in the side, tracked him, and then I killed him. And then I'm going over here, and then I noticed somebody going after me. The T2 light.
Got him. Critical hit.
Now this is the M3.
Critical hit.
And I was literally afraid that he was gonna just knock me out.
Track hit. Penetration.
But his gun is hitting my turret, which is the hardest thing on me.
Enemy is hit.
And I'm just aiming right at his body.
Enemy armor is destroyed.
I mean, he was doing good right up to the point where he, blocked me, and his gun can't go down that low. So he was just, here, let's pause it. So he was just taking on my turret. And my turret is the heaviest armored part on me, which was just bouncing off or doing minimal damage. Now I am on 27 health, and our team didn't do so great, so I have to actually deal with these guys. And this is where I ran into some trouble. I missed that shot. We got somebody over here, and I can't do anything. I'm the last guy on. And I got 3 already shooting at me. 1, 2, 3. There we go.
Everyone get out.
So again, it wasn't the best game, but it was really, really funny to have 3 guys come right at me, and they all die. Until the Arties come in and take me on. The rest of the team didn't go so great, so usually if I'm the last one standing, I must be doing something right. Again, guys, if you enjoyed this, hit the like button, and you'll be seeing some more tank videos up soon.